Hey everyone, it's Jerry at the Fledge. Welcome to another episode of Every Damn Day. Today on the show, we have our great friend Malik. What's up, Malik?
How's it going? How's it going?
It's going really well. Where you at right now?
I'm still in Lansing, just about
Yeah?
15 minutes from East Lansing, so still here.
All right. You having a good day?
Yeah, pretty good day. Pretty busy, but still good.
Yeah.
How about
So,
you?
yeah, having a busy day, but it's a great day. So, for anybody that possibly doesn't know you in the ecosystem, which I think everybody knows you, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and about your projects that you're working on?
Sure. So in this world in Lansing area, I originally started as studying chemical engineer, but I really fell in love with business development and entrepreneurship. So with that, I eventually started one of my companies called Trend Hydro, which is a clean water solution firm. And from doing that and also just helping other people with their projects and stuff like that, I kind of got involved with multiple businesses as well. So with Trend Hydro, I have a clean water solution firm, which is I have good news regarding that. I'll talk about later. Also helped a friend regarding of creating a company called Film TV, which is more of an independent film streaming platform and support platform. And now I am the CEO of a company called MenuBubble, which originally founded from Ruben. But I came on board to help with growth and expansion as well.
So, let's talk a little bit about you. Where are you from? Where'd you go to high school? Stuff like that.
Yep. So originally born in Texas, but at a very young age, I came up to Flint, Michigan, where I was raised at. Been in the area since I was, let's say, like 4 or 5. So to the point, even I don't remember how young I was. Always been that ecosystem and just always been having my support from that area. In high school, I went to Kerman Ainsworth, where I graduated from, um, which was in 2016. Yes, 2016, where I graduated. And then got accepted to Michigan State University here in Lansing.
Okay. We are breaking up just a little bit, but it should be all right. So you come from Flint to MSU. You're studying chemical engineering, and you get addicted to entrepreneurialism. I think you graduated with our good friend Shayna. Uh, and she said we always laugh about how many companies you're involved with and how many you've started and how you've got to be the champion for just getting out there and doing it. So let's talk Trin Hydro a little bit. Tell us a little more detail about that if you can.
Yeah, so Trend Hydro started around 2016 at what is it called? Startup Weekend that MSU typically has every year. And so at that event, I had this idea in regarding I was trying to figure out a solution to get clean water to back to Flint. And so with that, it was kind of the area to start off. So I started for more product unit. Hello, still there?
Yes, I am.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can.
So from that, more of the general uh, water to those who are in need. So I came up with this Trend Hydro unit pack, 3 unit mobile water purification unit. All you have to do is pump the water through, and it can hold up to like 20 liters of water. So from that startup weekend, it really picked up in regarding people being interested in having really found solution regarding trying to get clean water to those who are in need that are overseas. And from basically that point on, in regarding trying to develop this product, having only that chemistry background, it pivoted more towards becoming more of a solution firm integrating just getting clean water to anyone who would need a solution and come up with new solutions to accommodate for those who are in need. So yes, we had that one backpack which is still being developed, which the MVP should hopefully be here by next week, hopefully. With that as well, we also did this working on the secondary product, which is handing out free bottled waters, but actually subsidizing through advertisements on the bottled water. So those are basically two solutions that has different, have the same solution regarding getting clean water to those in need, but in different scenarios as well. And basically with the water one is that we'll use a percentage of the sales to give those who are in need, such as hurricane relief and other situations as well.
Yeah, I always remember your first presentation when I saw Trin Hydro being presented, I think at the hatching. And I always remember the image of the woman carrying the huge bucket of water on her head and walking so long to get that. And I've always loved your product. When did the Flint water crisis first get exposed?
Ooh, man, it's been a while. I know even when I was in high school, in like 2015, 14, it was a big news because a lot of my teachers were personally affected by this problem of having to go buy bottled waters just to take a bath or something for their kids and stuff. It's been around for a while, even before a lot of people were aware of it. It just got more and more serious, and then more publicity got into it, which caused a lot more people to know about it as well.
Yeah, I'm always devastated by that because we're the Great Lakes state. We should be the stewards of fresh water and make all of us. There's no reason that everybody in Michigan, everybody in the world for that matter, shouldn't have fresh water. And I've always loved that product. Is the Flint water crisis fixed now?
No, there's still a lot of areas that still have a huge problem with just contaminated water. Water still turning out brown and stuff. People are still trying to live off the day-to-day just off of bottled waters, but a lot of people did move out as well from what I've heard.
Yeah. So I just want to put the message out there. Don't forget Flint. Flint ain't fixed. So let's move on to MenuBubble. How's that going?
So yeah, MenuBubble is my main business that I'm working on. It's actually bringing in income, and we're actually doing really good. From when I originally started just being a meal prep company that served in the Lansing area, I really wanted to focus and make a niche for us, which we started focusing on accessibility. So with that, we basically have the three pillars of financial restriction, location restriction, and dietary restrictions as well. So more going to the market of, yes, serving the general health, but also serving those people who need to eat a certain lifestyle to actually live on a day-to-day basis. And again, this kind of all relates back to my personal experience with people having experienced this issue, such as my uncle having diabetes, or even going back to Flint, where it's not that best in regarding of the economy to actually support healthy eating, healthy lifestyle. So with that, I've just been making little pivots here and there and changing the model in regards of making it better suited to kind of focus on everybody in regard of getting healthy meals.
I really like those pillars. That's the first time I've heard you say that. I think that's a spectacular way of looking at that. So would you say that you're tackling food deserts?
So that is so of course we have to hit the more wealthy areas starting off to get the income rolling in, but we're going to be using basically that income base of higher incomes to actually accommodate for those places that are food deserts or can't afford those healthy food. So for example, currently we have a pay it forward program. So we have our subscribers who get the subscription every week and they could donate X amount of dollars each week, and we use that to basically pay for the food to give to people who are homeless or necessarily can't afford to eat these healthy meals that we make as well.
And where do you deliver now? Just in Lansing, East Lansing, or all over?
We do Lansing, Detroit, Ann Arbor, Grand Rapids, and Flint. Hopefully by January, we should be able to be shipping pretty soon as well in a longer perimeter. Originally, it was 250 miles from the original kitchen, but with one of our partners that we're going to be figuring out the last details, we should be able to even ship out to New York for like very cheap. Like last time, it was like $20 for next day delivery. So we're going to probably expand it out pretty soon in regard to where we can actually ship to as well.
Okay. And is all of this made in Lansing still?
Yes. In regards of how we actually plan to expand and grow, we're going to have actually different corporate kitchens and franchise kitchens across the United States, and we're just replicating the model that we have. So a perimeter that they deliver and ship to. But currently, as we refine our like model and procedures and stuff, we're only going to be doing it from the Lansing kitchen.
Okay. And you started out in the Allen Neighborhood Center.
Yes.
Are you still there, or did you graduate from there?
We're still there, but we're actually working partnership with Vegan. Jonathan, if you know him,
Of
he
course.
actually got a kitchen recently, and we're going to be going sharing the kitchen space there pretty soon.
Yeah, they'll be on the show later this week talking about that.
Oh, nice, exciting.
Yeah. So, what would you say? And I think you touched on this, but I just want you to reiterate it just a little bit. What would you say? Or wait, do you want to talk about film TV for a second?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
let's do that.
film TV was originally something not necessarily that I was supposed to be taking over. It was originally something that I was like, oh, hey, friend, this is I'm in the entrepreneurship world. Here's something that you could do as well. And it was really based off of a passion of mine and his and the writing of just independent films, movies, just in general. And basically, I was working them through the model of typically how I'll come up with ideas or help other people come up with ideas or find what makes them different. And it really became something that I really was interested in. Unfortunately, he did not have the time to work on it as much as we worked on it together in regards of getting it to one point. And so eventually I just picked it up from that point where it became basically a second venture besides Trend Hydra that I was working on. With Film TV, it's basically a support community for independent filmmakers. So we hit the aspect of independent filmmakers getting views, but not having that gate for viewers by having a paywall. So it's going to be free for them to watch these independent films that are curated as well. So they'll have some quality to them. We're able to do that by having advertising subsidize the cost for them watching. We also tackle the pillars of support as well, so crowdfunding and other features like selling merchandise and all that different type of stuff, and just mix it all into one basically ecosystem for filmmakers to make income off of their film and continue to make independent films as well.
And you're still working on the tech behind that right now?
Yep. We're onboarding a new CTO in January, and hopefully within next year we should have the MVP up and running to actually gain some traction and actually get it to the next stage in the business.
Yeah, with the pandemic and all the events being closed and the Capital City Film Festival being, canceled this year, I bet you wish that technology was ready right now.
Yes, the original plan that we had was actually to launch our website in January and then have it hosted with film competition as well that we're hosting ourselves to get that initial push using third-party platforms like as Film Freeway, which is a huge platform for independent filmmakers, and Film Festival as well, and have that initial push in regarding getting views and getting people interested in the platform as well. We also had a social media aspect to it on the back end on Film TV as well. So hopefully once we had that initial film competition, we'll have continuous interaction on our website based off the films that we have, or collaborating together to make future films as well.
So you've just summarized 3 of your entrepreneurial endeavors, and I'm sure you've had many more that you've stuck your toe in. What would you say? Like, I see a common theme, but I want to see if it's right. What would you say your overall mission is, whether it's MenuBubble, Trend Hydro, or Film TV, or just this wonderful man, Malik?
I would say I basically have 2 aspects of what kind of drives me with these ventures and other stuff that I stick my toe in. One is really adamant on the social aspect of businesses. I really like to take a business model and see how I can help support other people in regards of whatever their endeavor is of filmmaking, water, healthy eating, and other stuff that I help. The other aspect of things I would say is really the business development part of things. I'm very project driven. So I like taking it from point A to point B, no matter what it is. So even before I started doing freelance and came on board for MenuBubble as CEO, I did help a lot of other businesses and startups without having to pay or taking equity or anything, because I just love that point A, point B, and it allowed me to learn a lot more as well.
So is there what's something you do or things that you do every damn day that pushes that forward? Those 2, I guess, pillars or parts of your mission.
I would say I always look to see if I was in that scenario of the person that I'm trying to help, what would I need in relative to whatever situation I'm trying to solve with MenuBubble Trend Hydro. So I frequently talk to other people who are in that scenarios and try to get the best way to get the solution to that person in need of whatever we're doing, whatever venture I'm working on. So I talk a lot to a lot of people who are having trouble with the problem.
Is that both to build empathy and to kind of do the customer interviews, like the validation and all of that?
Yeah, that, and also to have basically a clear understanding of what problem it is and not just assume I know what their problem is. So I would say even for Trend Hydro, one of the things when I was building it and had building designs and stuff, when I went to Dubai at that trade show, I was actually able to meet a lot of people who had experience with bad water problems or know people that had bad water problems that didn't have plumbing, which the initial products was designed for. After talking to people that actually had experience with that situation in that area, I was able to tweak around some of the designs and getting really good contact with those people to see what adjustments I would need to make for this product to be used every day in those places that need this product.
Yeah, I forgot you went to Dubai. Surprised I didn't go with you. Did you like it?
Loved it.
We
Loved
had a sustainability engineer expert. He has his own company from Dubai on the show about a month ago. So a good friend of mine, he used to do a lot of water quality work in Dubai.
What was his name?
His name is Rashid. I'm drawing a blank on his last name, but his name is Rashid, and he's the director of environmental protection at Dubai municipality.
Oh, nice. I got to see if I am connected with him. I know one guy that had a trade show booth right next to me. He had a clean water solution, but it was more for like cleaning ponds stuff. He was from that area, but when like a couple months later, he actually was in a program based out of Michigan, and the project manager for that, he was like, "Oh, hey, here, meet Malik. He's a little more information," not knowing that we already knew each other. So I'll definitely check to see if I know him as well.
It's Rashid Tarkin. I remembered his name. So we'll see if we can connect later. Yeah. So we always daisy chain the shows together. And yesterday we had an 11-year-old homeless advocate named Naya. And her question for you is, what was your favorite subject in school?
I would say my favorite was also the one that I struggled in the most, was definitely chemistry. So I really love, again, having that project base and seeing point A to point B and just find out something new from your own hands, which really drove into actually getting my degree in chemical, or planning to get my chemical engineering degree here at Michigan State University. So definitely chemistry.
When you were 11, what do you think your favorite subject was?
I always said I wanted to be a scientist, not really knowing what it was. So somewhere in that realm of always just a science. Wasn't really sure just what. But I do remember always going to science fairs and creating just random stuff and being in those presentations and stuff, was always entertaining me.
Yeah, nice. So tomorrow on the show, we have a seamstress named Emily. So she does a lot of sewing. She does a lot of art. She does a lot of things. What question would you like to ask her?
Let's see. So if you weren't doing the career that you're doing at this moment, what would be the other thing that you'll be doing?
I think I know what her answer is going to be, and it's going to be a pretty good one. So if you weren't doing what you're doing, and I guess that means all three of the companies, or being a CEO or entrepreneur, what would you be doing? What would you want to do?
I would definitely be interested in doing just business development for either a firm or from a freelance standpoint of things. I really find that I'm very good at being a supportive role in regarding of help the person who has the idea or has the business expand into new territories as well. So I would definitely want to do something like that.
Have you had many jobs that you weren't the CEO?
Yes, I had quite a few in regarding working for free, but also paid opportunity as well. I also do know I did have this business development internship available for. I was just looking around and Dubai came up again. Like, I should apply for that, which I eventually rejected because I wanted to go more of the entrepreneurial route. But that was definitely an opportunity that was very interesting to me.
So I look at you and think, all right, you graduated from high school and you guessed 2016. So I'm going to take it that that's right. So you're pretty young for a CEO, but you've got a lot of experience, a lot of insight, a lot of really good methodologies that you're using to make sure you guys are pointed in the right direction. How is that just practice? Is MSU's entrepreneurial program that good?
It will be a mixture of both. So the Hatchet, which is a student incubator that MSU has been very supportive in all my endeavors, learning experience, and teaching me. They have guest speakers pretty frequently. They support you and are getting you to programs that aren't part of MSU as well. The mentors that they have there as well. So Paul Jakes was a huge mentor for me while I was there and supported me in all my endeavors. But I also say I did practice a lot as well. So I did help other people who are in the incubator as well take their idea and try to make difference out of those as well. Just to get that experience, but also help support people in my community as well.
Yeah, I was hanging out there a lot during that time when you were in school, and you were all over the place, man. You were everywhere. You were everywhere.
Very fun for me.
And I think if we say Paul Jakes 3 times, he might come on the show. So we got to get one more in before we end.
Yeah. Paul Jakes, I do know if he is listening, I got to get him the prototype to show when I come in a couple days.
Oh, yeah. That would be awesome. I'd like to see that myself.
Definitely.
So,
I'll definitely let you know, man, when that comes in. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long.
So I think you're amazing. I think you've always known that. I've always been a big fan of you. And I think that, I always had a passion about what's going on in Flint, but meeting you and being so close to you, working so close with you on the Trin Hydro in the beginning just really made me, I'll never forget Flint, and I'll never stop fighting for this war on poor people. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what this is. And I really appreciate you, man. So as we near the end of the show, I always ask the guest, what's something you can tell us, whether it's inspirational or some technique or just some word of advice you can leave us with?
Whatever. Just make sure.
So we had a little bit of a cutout again. You still there, Malik?
Hello?
Yeah, you're echoing a little bit. And we're good now, I think.
Just completely.
Nope. We're still caught up a little.
Hello?
Yes.
Back?
Yes.
All right. I don't know why out of all times it just choose to be bad today. But yeah,
it's 2020. We can deal with anything.
Right. Exactly. Am I here?
You are here.
Okay, good. I would say, the biggest thing is just make sure you do stuff that you're passionate. It definitely hurts in regard to. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. It's breaking up, but I think you're saying do something we're passionate about. But I couldn't hear the part about it hurts. So yeah. All right. We're having a little bit of technical problems. I'll get Malik to oh, you're back now. This time for sure I can see you moving.
You see me moving? Okay, good. Continue what you're about to say.
I was just going to say that we'll get you to tell me what it was, and I'll put it in the description below. Because I think we're getting stuck up a little bit on some internet connectivity. And anyways, you've already told us a bunch of great things. So thank you so much for being on the show, Malik. And we'll see